Welcome back to the Olga S show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? How's everybody doing on this fabulous day? It's fabulous, right? I mean, maybe you didn't wake up today and think, it's a fabulous day, but it is a fabulous day. Of course it is, especially if you're here right now with me live. I got a very special program for you. Funny, I don't like to use the word program because programming, aka brainwashing, all the above. But no, I got some stuff. Let's see how much we're going to get through, share. The top news. Listen, when I'm looking at the top news or trending news, I'm telling you, as much as some really, negative things out there that are real things, right? That's why I also put in the description, the title of this video, top news reality checks, because honestly, people are just using all kinds of stuff just to fill the air, just to be pretending that they have something to say. I want you guys to tell me in the live chat, or even if you're watching this replay later, what is really top news to you? Like right now, this week. Okay. What's the most important thing for you? And I have a member who sent me something that I haven't watched. So I'm going to be doing a live reaction. Don't even know what it's about, but I'm doing it. Hope it's not bad. I hope it's not X-rated or something like that. If it is, I'm going to have to board it right in the middle of it. So shout out to AC Nelson. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I saw it and I was so excited. I'm like, ooh, this is great. Because, we're doing this together, guys. This is organic together. Real, right? Raw, unscripted. So before I get the party started, let's start with the intro so everybody knows who we're dealing with here. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. With love and humor, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Welcome, boys and girls and boys. Welcome. I'm like, I don't know where to start. But there's this other thing that I saw on X that I didn't even watch it. I started to play it and I stopped it because, I like to be so real and raw, right? So I see this on X and it says something like, wow. Hold on a second. It says, no words, just watch, right? And I was like, okay, you know what? I played it for 1 second. I'm like, ooh, let's start the day with this. Let's see. Is it true? No words? I think somebody else in the same video mentioned, wow, blah, 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 apparently this is amazing. So I got it all queued up. Anyone? I don't even know what this is about until, like I said, I played 2 seconds. I was like, oh, but I have no idea who this person is. I think that's what makes it even more exciting. But let's start the day with this vibe right here, starting
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans,
rodeo.
white with fire. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Kind of have to.
God bless America.
I'm getting chills for sure.
beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. God bless America.
Woo.
It's our home, sweet home.
Why is this making me cry? Stop it! Wow. What did you guys think about that? Did you see that already? Did you? Oh. Oof. God, I didn't know. All righty, for clumps. I had a feeling. I mean, you can't just trust anything that's written there, but I'm like, well, like I said, obviously I played for a couple seconds. I was like, oh, but I'm like, what made it so special in particular? Do you guys know why? Hey, so welcome everyone. Welcome Buzzacino, AC Nelson. Hola, Miss Olga. How you doing? Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Great to see you. So glad you could make it. Greetings. Hey, Rocco Branca. Greetings, salutations. Peace be with you, my sisters and brothers. Yes, ditto. And love back at you, Buzzacino. Hey, B-Jax. America. America. Oh, that was beautiful, man. You know, because according to our so-called leaders, politicians, they do not reflect the American people. I don't care what side. They don't. No. We, the people. We are America. We are carrying them. Without us, they're nothing. We know this. Hello, the Rational Texan over on Rumble. I am live on X and Rumble. And of course, here on the Boob Tube. Welcome. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't smashed that like button, give the woman some love here. Love. Thank you for all your love and support. Become a member today. I celebrate, especially when you guys do it during the live. Your support is everything. You are the sponsor. That's it. Your super chats, all of it, donations, buy me a coffee. The link is in the description below. It all comes to this channel. The more you guys help, the more you support me, the more you become a member, the more I'll do these lives more and better and even longer. Because, you know, sometimes you'll start in the live and then you can't go through the whole live, you know. So there are people that join in like mid at the end, right? So, you know, I would like to go longer, but I got to do what I got to do. I got to work. When I'm here, I'm not working. Basically, I'm working for you. And you're like, nah, you're doing it for yourself. No. Because without you, what's the point? If there's nobody watching, talking, interacting, what's the point? Right? And just yesterday, I saw this other YouTuber who had like over 100,000 subscribers. And she's been like, she had this video that went viral. I was thinking about maybe sharing what she was doing on her live stream yesterday, just a quick snippet. But I actually didn't queue it up, so I don't want to like waste your time. But she was like telling her audience like she's thinking about quitting because she can't afford it. They're not, YouTube is not paying. And then on top of it, like not having her videos be viewed. And I looked at her channel, like even like a year or two ago, she was having at least, an easy 80,000 views per video. And now she's getting maybe 1,000. I mean, dude, come on. We know, and I'm sure if you follow other YouTubers, you see it. So before I move on to this other surprise video that AC Nelson sent me, and I just kind of read the title real quick. It says Deadpin's hit piece. And I'm like, look, I know you guys have good taste. You usually never steer me wrong. But yeah, I was going to share a little clip about how Andrew Tate calls out Ben Shapiro. And I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate at all. Like, I'm going, people, this is not who you want to be. Like, boys, young men, this guy's a liar. He's whatever. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's not about insulting the guy. It's like, you're just not generally good for people. If I was going to put it in a nutshell. Then Ben, it's like, look at all this following that he's had for years. And that although he might have not been the person that really came up with, facts don't care about your feelings, he's definitely somebody that we look or remember when we hear that. It definitely now, it's like part of his brand, So, but other than that, then what, right? That's why I stopped watching him. First of all, it was already kind of hard to listen to him by the way he talks and his voice and all this stuff. This is just everything about the guy. It's like, ugh. But, there's other people like Russell Brand that also like, I really can't follow him. I don't know if it's the accent. I don't know, the energy. I'm just like, not feeling it, bro. But good for you. But then I'm just like, there's something underlying with all these people. And the same people they bash on MSM, they've become exactly that. A slave to their sponsors or, whoever they're signed up or signed off or sold themselves to. These are facts. So, and all they do is talk about the same shit and reiterate the same thing. If at least they were sharing news that was literally beneficial, really helpful, I'd be cool with it. But they're not. And they're not even positive. And then I've said this before. I keep seeing a certain pattern on whether it's YouTube, social media, where people really get off or addicted or been, stimulated by negativity. And people literally will watch somebody that yells at them and they're like, oh, and here's a super chat for yelling at me. It's like, yeah. But you know what? No matter what they do, they have a hard time sleeping at night. They have all kinds of issues. In fact, I'm thinking about opening up, anyway, this live today is also an AMA. Ask me anything. So I'll be looking at your chats. I'll answer any question you guys have. But I'm telling you, I don't know where you guys are at. What are you doing? What's going on in your life? But everybody I talk to and anybody who calls me, reaches out to me, emails me. I mean, people are either going through a breakup or addiction or a loss of a job, or they don't know what to do, or their company's imploding and they're having to make decisions whether they should move, not just move because maybe the mortgage is too much or the taxes are too much. Could be just maybe a better environment, different weather. Like, I mean, everyone I'm talking to. So, I hope you feel open enough to ask me during this live. Seriously, ask me anything. Could be for yourself, for somebody you know, and get my perspective. I'm giving it to you. I'll also be creating a special for anybody who wants to talk to me one-on-one consultation wise. I'm going to do a special code here for the Pérez Patriots and give you a deal that no one else can give you, the best. And you're going to want to have it and give it to all your loved ones, friends, and family. Because at the very least, if they call me based on your gift, I will definitely uplift their spirits at the very least. And if you know me, you know I can do that. So I don't think I really want to hear this whole Ben thing. I mean, I did kind of watch it. I thought I would share it, but I'm like, do we really want to go in there? But the reason why I also just mentioned this is this other post I saw on X. That's, I'm sure at this point you guys have seen how many times people are sharing these TikTok videos of these young, Gen Z or, young millennials talking about the cost of living and how they're just at wits. This one was special. Let me share it real quick. Here we go. Okay, let me replay this for you.
We eat the food they give us, vote for one of two people that they tell us to, and watch the movies that they show. They take our attention as soon as we reach
I just want to make sure it started from the beginning, guys. Okay, here we go. I want to make sure you can hear. It's too big. Okay.
We eat the food they give us, vote for one of two people that they tell us to, and watch the movies that they show. They take our attention as soon as we reach age 5, and they never give it back. We go to school for 8 hours a day learning what they want us to. They scold us until we obey, and then they praise us when we do. They make us form a habit of waking up and spending our entire day in a building that we wouldn't choose, so that when we get older, we are willing to do the same. Following orders becomes comfortable when we spend our childhood doing what we're told, so when we're older, we hesitate to stray outside the norm. They tell us that we should do anything we can to attend a university, because if we don't, we will fail. They manipulate us into financial dependency at a young age so that we stay liable to the system. They've given us a currency that only has value because they say it does, and we receive.
Oh my God. What did I do? Oh my God. I'm sorry. All right. From the top. It's that good that it's worth watching again. Okay.
We eat the food they give us, vote for one of two people that they tell us to, and watch the movies that they show. They take our attention as soon as we reach age 5, and they never give it back. We go to school for 8 hours a day learning what they want us to. They scold us until we obey, and then they praise us when we do. They make us form a habit of waking up and spending our entire day in a building that we wouldn't choose, so that when we get older, we are willing to do the same. Following orders becomes comfortable when we spend our childhood doing what we're told, so when we're older, we hesitate to stray outside the norm. They tell us that we should do anything we can to attend a university, because if we don't, we will fail. They manipulate us into financial dependency at a young age so that we stay liable to the system. They've given us a currency that only has value because they say it does, and we receive it by working at a business that they own. Their millions become billions while the rest of us are forced to sacrifice our time for a minuscule fraction of what our work gains for them. They provide us housing, but make it costly so that we struggle to accumulate enough wealth to escape their system. Our supermarkets are full of brands that they possess to the point that it is difficult to find ones that they don't. Our meals are either purchased from a store that they most likely own or created with ingredients from their brands. They tamper with the food they give us and pump them with toxic and addictive chemicals. They make the most harmful foods the cheapest and most convenient so that it becomes an offer that we can't refuse. Over time, we become addicted in many more ways than one, and they bombard us with temptation on every billboard or commercial. When we get sick from excessive consumption of this insubstantial food, we are forced with almost no other option but to give up financial solidity for the sake of our health. We pay thousands to facilities that they own so that they can prescribe us more harmful chemicals that simply numb the symptoms. They revolve society around addictive foods that cause disease and expensive drugs that mask them, so that we stay in a forever grasp of their system. We only ever consume content that they provide. Our news channels are operated by them to persuade us into two opposing perspectives, so that we never share a same opinion. Why do you think it's free? They feed us shocking news headlines that provoke emotion and grab our attention away from what's really going on in the world. They've granted us with superficial idols that portray luxurious lifestyles so that we strive to be like them and associate money with happiness. They keep us focused on worldly problems that they've created to keep us zoomed in on our physical reality and detached from our Creator. If we keep our attention on what's going on around
Amen.
us, we will never be present and see the truth of God within us. The villain who runs the world knows the truth of our potential, and it's in their
Right.
best interest to keep us distracted and willing to submit to a system that thrives on fearful compliance. Imagine if every person on this planet believed that we were created for a reason. We would unlock an unbreakable faith within ourselves and reverse the pyramid of power in which society was built. We would see past the lie that we've been living and turn to each other for help rather than depending on our corrupt leaders.
That's right.
Corrupt leaders who have accumulated a discrete monopoly that succeeds in circumventing the eyes of those who are unaware through the illusion of choice. The majority of us see the world as it is portrayed, diverse, coincidental, and plausible. To someone who lives day by day without taking a step back, the world kind of seems to make sense. Then we look behind the curtain and see that it really makes sense. Where there is one lie, there is many. Once we see one lie, we will find ourselves on an endless spiderweb of mass deception. The blindfold tied around us in childhood will loosen and light will be shed on our fabricated reality. Those in charge of us do not have our best interests in mind and never did. It has been a power trip from the start, and we have gone along with it since the birth of society and will continue to until we see a reason for change and stop pointing fingers at each other.
Boom! Boom! What'd you think about that? Okay now. Gorgeous, beautiful, bravo. Because the more we tell the truth, the more we're not stuck in this whole whatever we think our life is, whatever we think is lacking. Or if we're like, why can't I find the right person? Or why can't I find the right job? Or why can't I just be happier? Or why can't I just pay my bills? Because we all want to know how, right? How to fix this, how to do this, how to get this, how. The first step is truly facing the truth and getting out of cognitive dissonance. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. When I just said yes, you know what came to me, right? The whole gang. You know that, what do they call that? It's been trending on TikTok where they're like, they're paying people to like act like a cyber doll or something, right? And they're like, yes, or gang. But why is it called? I can't stand it when I don't remember the word, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yes. We gotta laugh, baby. We gotta laugh, not to cry, because that's truly healing. You know it. I've been doing it my whole life. People are always like, I always feel better when I leave your side because I'm making them laugh. Even when I'm telling them shit that they're like, oh, Olga, man, God, you have to get so deep. Or, Olga, man, I really don't want to think about that, man. Like, I don't want to think about like, children getting hurt. You know what I mean? Trafficking, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, that's how we make a difference. Doesn't mean I want to sit there and be like, hello. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to do the Ben thing with the warmongering, because it's another form of fear mongering. And then I am going to share this surprise reaction video that was sent to me by a member, of course, AC Nelson. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's see. Now, you know what? Do you guys really give a shit? Okay. All right, hold on. Now I keep changing my mind. I always do that. So Andrew Tate slams warmonger Ben Shapiro. And I'm not sharing this because I want to talk bad about anybody. He does lay it out pretty good. I'll give him that much. But we already know that about Tate. He could say things that people are like, but got to give it to the guy, right? He's saying so. Okay, well, we can all say that. He just has the camera on him. But this is with Tucker. I think this interview was weeks ago. But here we go.
Accusing him of being a warmonger. Let's watch.
So Ben is a warmonger. Ben has been wrong on basically every single issue you can name. He was with you with the vaccine and
I remember that.
Other war. Ben is always calling for other people's young men to go and die in some war. He seems to love it. I don't know if he has short man syndrome, but he's always behind his desk calling about how important it is that big, strong men like me go and die. And the reason he tweeted that and said that is because when Hamas and Israel, very early in the conflict, I think it was 3 days in, were discussing possible peace talks, he tweeted, no, absolutely not, them, kill them all. And I said, Ben, as a man.
Here's where it's not that I'm like, oh, sometimes he says good things. No, this is literally what I've said, and I've said it repeatedly, that here's a guy who lives in America, not in Israel. And yeah, go put your ass on the line, but not you. Do you see what I mean? I never say anything that I'm not willing to do or that I have not literally done, period. So I love when all these people giving advice when they didn't do it and they've never been there. Ugh.
And who's done his own fighting, because I've had a life of pain and violence. Listen to me. peace is always worth a conversation. What I said is that we should always be prepared to at least discuss peace. He, because he's a warmonger, said, no, peace is not worth a conversation. You're this, you're that, da-da. Because he's always sitting behind his desk. He must have a booster chair, and he's always running his mouth.
I have to say that's kind of funny with the booster chair, because it's true. He's always running with his mouth. Right.
You're this, you're that, da-da. Because he's always sitting behind his desk. He must have a booster chair, and he's always running his mouth, trying to invoke violence and call for war. And I find it kind of hypocritical, because a man who's so small he would die if he was slapped on the street, sitting behind a desk and screaming for other people to be annihilated, I think is kind of, it's worse than
I actually think, I believe,
it's insane.
I believe if he was sitting here
Oh, I'm
listening
sorry.
to
This is what I said it wrong. I stand corrected. Not Tucker, Pierce. But I think Tucker maybe might be in this clip. Yeah, that's why I said that. Okay, here we go.
this, he would say that what he's screaming for is for Jewish people in Israel to defend themselves. And he's a Jewish man.
Does is call.
First of all, he's a man. Let's stop acting like whether I don't care what your color is, your ethnicity, your culture, your religion. You're a man or a boy or I mean, whatever. You're human. You're human. You get me? You're human. Okay? Period. End of story. As a human, you're saying, let's go kill other humans. It's that simple. Let's stop layering this shit. This is not a layered cake.
For war. And I agree. Defending yourself.
That's not all he does.
That's all he does. And calling for war and defending yourself is very different than genocide.
Shapiro also.
That's true. That's true. That is so true. Oh, and this is what Tucker says. Wait, hold on.
This thinly veiled burn this week.
And it used to be our first defense. You would say, well, in fact, there was a guy who used to say, facts don't care about your feelings. He's changed his views on that recently, but that remains true.
It's a classic Tucker put.
I'm not really into this show or these people, but I just love the fact that they did the editing for me and find me a clip, and now I'm fast forwarding because, yeah, whatever. You get my point.
First,
Like, I'm not sharing this because I really want to get into Andrew Tate and Ben Shapiro, but again, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why are people still watching them and following them? I mean, I got my answers for that. But that's the thing. It shouldn't be attacking. That's one of the reasons why I kept hesitating about even showing that clip, because I know for a fact that wherever attention goes, energy flows. Okay? So I already know that talking about them just gives them more of what they want. When we ignore them, they die. They disappear. You know what I mean? And I don't mean die like death, like, just like, you know what I mean. Just that they go away. They disappear. You don't hear from them. They don't exist. You don't see them all of a sudden. You're like, whatever happened to such and such? That's what needs to be happening. But no. I think it's been very clear. Andrew's still trying to profess his innocence. Not buying it. I'm telling you straight up. Sometimes you don't even need facts to feel it and see it. This is not me, because I love men. If you know me, I love men. And I will always take the man's side, because I see, especially now, when everyone's such against men, especially the supposed white men, whether what the fuck is that? It's all the same. It's all the same. And everyone, when they're thinking, oh, thank God they're not picking on me, thank God I'm not in that group. Guess what? Whether you were in that group 50, 60, 100 years ago, doesn't matter. You're getting all affected. When you're pointing the finger, you know the old saying, three are always pointing right back at you. So, the whole Me Too movement, the whole red pill, pretty sure it's dying, because people are starting to realize that it's bullshit. Thank you. Finally. Oh, yeah. But still, these guys are taking center stage. But I know Piers Morgan or Tucker didn't interview Andrew Tate because they're really interested in him. And he's, so no, it's because they need to fill slot. They need to fill air. And if your eyeballs are into that, that's what they're going to do. How about when Tucker just went recently to Spain because nobody else was talking about it? And it was huge what's happening over in Spain. And I'm not trying to get into politics. This is not about politics. This is about our world, our livelihood, how we live, how we eat, how we sleep. Because what I'm passionate about is living in a world that I want to live in, where people are happy and sweet and nice and kind and affectionate. And maybe you're not that affectionate person, but maybe you're a person that likes peace and quiet. Okay. See what I'm saying? Either way, I believe, and I know for a fact, I've traveled and lived all over the world. We do all want to be happy. But then when you ask that, or when people are confronted with that question, what is happy? Like happiness. Oh, there's no such thing as happy. Like you have to have bad times, have good times. Not necessarily, it's just that we appreciate the better times when we've had the contrast to compare it with. Other than that, I don't know what's going on over here. All right. Not getting into it. My point is, do I really need to get into it like an hour and cut it up and give you all these examples and talk about all these philosophers and history? You know, and I know we have our instincts. And if we want to harm somebody, there's something wrong inside of that person. So my perspective, reaction, Ben is an angry, ugly inside. You can choose if you think he's ugly on the outside. That's, again, taste is another form of perspective, right? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But he is not just a warmonger. I'm going deeper. He's full of hate. He likes it. Some people like it. So we need to stop looking at, are they talking about things we like? Are they acting like, oh, if you're conservative, then I'm with you. I'm on your... You should be able to see a hateful person and walk away. That's it. You see how your life will improve and you wake up in a better mood, like when I wake up. Even when I wake up with pain, which, by the way, I'm still dealing with the TMG, or I think it was AC Nelson that called it Brex something. Anyway, without further ado, let's wrap up this session with this mysterious video that AC Nelson, a great supporter, loving human in many ways. Never met you in person, AC, but... So let's see. Hope you guys enjoy this, because I really don't know what I'm getting into. Here we go. Can you see my screen? Let's see. All right. Oh. Jesus. You'd think I would freaking... Okay. Because what's the point, right? Can't see my face. There's no reaction. So this is Deadspin's hit piece accusing Kansas City Chiefs kid of racism backfires. The kid is Native American. Oh my God. Sorry, I don't mean to be loud. But of course I saw this because I said, let's talk about the top news. And not that this is like massive news, but that literally was the one thing of this week of the news that really got my attention. I wanted to talk about it. And then lo and behold, hello, the universe, collective consciousness, telepathy, what? Synchronicity. And I'm like, so I haven't watched it. That's true. I'm telling you the truth. I've not watched it. But when I read the title, I was like, no, because I was wondering like what angle, what clip I would share of the kid, where would I go down? And it was literally an hour before I went live. And I got this from AC Nelson. Thank you, AC. I hope this is good. All I know is, let me see. Because when AC Nelson sent it to me, AC, you're there. Let me see. You said, I really need to see you react to this one with all these laugh out loud emojis. So, all right, I'm for it, baby. You guys ready? All right. Push and play.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no holds barred truth on sports.
Hold on, I'm going to have to like kind of rewind or fast forward because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anybody complaining. Just for that, just be aware.
I've done videos on Deadspin before in the past, and Karen J. Phillips is racist. The man is
oh yeah, right, because I remember seeing the article and how his name is spelled with a C. And a bunch of people were talking about how he's like the male version of a Karen, and I'm like, oh man, come on. I don't want the drama. Just give me the facts. Let's see.
A flat out racist. Every article that he writes.
Right. That's what I heard.
This man is clearly a racist.
I did look it up. I mean, this guy's a total bitch.
He says he is so super duper woke. And him actually going after a young Kansas.
Is he really woke? or he's just feeding into what's popular at the moment, what gets you accolades and elevation at the moment. Come on now.
He's a City Chiefs fan, for wearing the Indian headdress and having his face painted. He accused that kid of racism. He said that the NFL needs to do something about this. But also, guys, I must also blame the Kansas City Chiefs because they bent down the knee and they actually banned face paint and headdresses inside of Arrowhead Stadium. You're called the Kansas City Chiefs. It may only be a matter of time before the Chiefs are no longer the Chiefs. It's ridiculous. But this game was actually, I believe, in Las Vegas, where the kid was actually attending. And Deadspin wrote a hit piece accusing this kid of blackface and racism. Karen J. Phillips obviously knew nothing about this kid. Nothing whatsoever. And Karen J. Phillips, man, he's actually protected his post over there on X. This man is getting crushed. He's catching a lot of heat. This man actually should be fired from Deadspin. But we know how Deadspin is. This man is going to keep his job because Deadspin is a garbage tier website.
Randy, I just saw your chat question and I'm going to respond to this after this, okay? So please don't go.
Well, guys, we got some information here on the lineage of the young Kansas City Chiefs fan. And boy, it's all backfiring now on Karen J. Phillips.
Hi, I'm Brendan Boyle. Dealing with federal agencies on your own can be frustrating. So if you're having any problem collecting your Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid benefits, our office is here to serve you.
Oh my God.
So if you need help, give us a call.
That's an ad.
Check this out on the Post Millennial here, guys. The young Kansas City Chiefs fan, Deadspin, tried to cancel over false blackface and racism accusations is Native American. I think Rhodes actually mentioned in his video over on Black and White Sports too that, hey, this kid may actually be Native American. Guess what? He is Native American. Not only that, guys, his grandfather is actually on the government of a tribe. Yeah. This whole thing, man,
of course,
the lies,
of
the
course,
Deadspin,
you moron, not you.
It's all
Karen.
backfiring now, guys. Everything that this man wrote was a lie. A lie.
Oh, like what?
You can see the picture right here. This is the title of Karen J. Phillips' article. The NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface native headdress. Karen J. Phillips, who are you to tell a Native American that he can't wear a Native American headdress? Who are you?
Exactly.
You see, guys, this is the problem with the left, man. This is the problem with the left right here. For one thing, the Kansas City Chiefs should have never banned headdresses because now they open up a whole new can of worms right here where the media
well
is going
said, bro. Well said.
And after kids. But anyway, it says here, woke sports site Deadspin targeted a young Kansas City Chiefs fan with an article entitled "The NFL Needs to Speak Out Against the Kansas City Chiefs Fan in Blackface Native Headdress." It turns out that the young boy, Holden Armenta, is actually from a Native American family, and his grandfather sits on the board of the Chumash tribe in Santa Ynez.
You gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah. This whole thing, man, is backfiring right now. Deadspin at least needs to do a retraction on this. They need to condemn what Karen J. Phillips wrote. He's attacking a Native American kid right here for dressing up because he's Native American.
Now we know
that sounds pretty racist to me.
No. We know for a fact that what they were promoting out there was the black side of his face painted. We know that. And the worst part is not that he just lied. Okay. Maybe it's not the worst part, But to me, the highlight is the level of racism that not just this guy, Karen with a C, wrote, not that he just wrote lies, that he literally is such a racist monger, if that's even a word, right? Like warmonger, he's a race monger. Like he really is a racist. But because he's the minority, he can say what he wants. But look at me, right? I'm like half Spanish, a part German, American, right? Whatever. But you know, I don't have dark skin, right? I don't have the classic, you know, ethnic looking South American, you know, Puerto Rican, Mexican, you know, whatever. But there's so many black people too, look totally white. You would not even know that one of their parents is black or like dark black, or you know what I'm saying? Or even Asian. I mean, so many people are a mix that don't even look at all like they're supposed, you know, the more ethnic, right? You know what I'm saying? This is like, don't even get me started about being politically correct. We know what the fuck we're talking about here, okay? Let's talk like adults and stop pussyfooting around. Like when I deal with my interests, I'm like, if you get offended, you got to deal with it. I don't have to change because you have a problem with being offended. I mean, seriously, you have to, because you never know where you're going, what part of the world you're at. Doesn't matter. One day somebody's going to say something that's going to offend you. You need to cope with that. You need to hold your reaction. That's what makes you amazing. Not, oh my God, you offended me. Whether you're male or female, I don't care what background, what age, what color. So yeah, the truth is the guy literally is such a racist. Like a lot of people, there are people that are racist of all colors. But it's the mainstream that fucking feeds on this because they've been spoon-fed.
If you ask me. And not only that, we actually have footage here of Holden doing the chop at the game. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Actually, the Chiefs players actually doing the same thing. Watch this. Yeah, the players doing the chop as well.
Look at this guy taking a picture.
Yeah, you see that, guys. See, this is one of the reasons why Mia is no longer on the land of late butter. Because in 2020, when everything got super woke, representation all of a sudden disappeared. No Aunt Jemima, no Uncle Ben's, Mia, Native American lady on butter, canceled, gone. This is why, man, people need to wake up. People need to wake up. It says the Deadspin article not only falsely accused the boy of anti-black racism, but anti-native racism. Quote, it takes a lot to disrespect two groups of people at once, but on Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas, a Kansas City Chiefs fan found a way to hate black people.
Not this guy, but the Karen dude that wrote this article and got it all started. That's how he wakes up in the morning. I'm going to look for anybody out there that's supposedly suppressing me, right? Let's call them all out. Let's get rid of racism. Anybody out there that's doing anything remotely in my perception of my reality delusion, let's call them out. This is his entire existence. Can you imagine living like that? Imagine. That's his whole goal. And he literally gets off, like he gets aroused. I was going to say a chubster, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe like, you know, I have so many ways of saying it, but like literally this shit turns him on. I'm serious.
And the Native Americans at the same time, Deadspin's article reads. But after the article's released.
And I heard somebody else, I think I saw an article also or some X post that were like, you know, Deadspin, like shame on you. And I'm like, dude, it's not about shaming people, but I get the point, right? It's like, you went with this too. Like you and this Karen dude, like, but that's what they do. That's what they get paid to do, guys.
And the viral response that followed young Holden's mother took to Facebook to slam the woke media and reveal Holden's indigenous identity. This is what she wrote right here. This is nothing to do with the NFL. Also, CBS showed him multiple times, and this is the photo people chose to blast to create division.
Right, the black.
He is
guy.
Native American. Just stop already. Deadspin. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that she actually called them out on this. Holden's grandfather, Raul, serves in the Kamash band's government. The social media account Real Kansas City Chiefs fans posted, quote, during Sunday's broadcast, Holden Armenta from California, a native that belongs to the Kamash.
Hold on, because I mean, I could read this myself, right? I wonder if you guys can see it as well. But I think we got the point with this, right? What is this his grandfather? Oh, see, I didn't see this little piece. I like this.
Right there, guys. Not his dad on the board. Yeah. Right there, guys. Right there. This is a major problem. But look here. This is what Deadspin tried to do, man. They used this to try and push Marxism on people. Quote.
Now you're on it. You're on it, brother. You are absolutely on it. Call it Marxism. Call it what it is. Let's stop acting like it's racism. Exactly. This is about control. Oh my God. And you know, this, not just this Karen guy, but all these people that are in the whole freaking thing, they're doing it because they're miserable. And they really think that by, you know, having, they're not just miserable. They lack control of their own life. 100% this guy's life is shit. Whether he's married or not, I'm telling you, he has no control or respect. Wait, did I just say that twice? Anyway, no power. This is his only way. Marxism makes people feel powerful when you're powerless. Only you're powerless because you think that it's, you know, controlling other people that gives you power. That's not power.
All backfiring now on Karen J. Phillips.
Oh yeah, so Libby Evans, I don't know if she's the chief and editor of was it Post Millennial, like newspaper magazine. This man ruins the life of some poor kid for the crime of wearing face paint at a football game, and he really thinks he's the good guy. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? It's exactly what I'm saying. Just not that way, but like he really thinks he's doing something good. Actually, no, you know what, Libby? Let me take that back. Now, I disagree. I don't think he thinks he's the good guy. I disagree with that. And I think she's being nice by saying it that way. Because I would doubt that if I spoke to Libby, she would actually have a debate with me and come out thinking the same thing. That he's doing it because he thinks he's a good guy. I disagree. He knows for a fact, and he's not trying to be the good guy.
Because he went out there and tried to put out a false narrative.
Well, not that I want to. I'm assuming this is almost at the end. Yeah. So I hope, AC Nelson, I hope I gave you the reaction you wanted. Meaning, I looked at the video, I reacted, but I don't think it was. Did you really want me to react more on this commentator or just the story in general? Because that's all I got for you guys for now, because I want to do MAA. Wait, did I say it wrong again? AMAs. It's AMA time, ladies and gentlemen. Ask me anything. Live on X, Rumble, and the Boob Tubes. Going back to a question I did see. Is it Randy? Let me see. Where was that question again? Looking up the question. Here we go. Is it cultural appropriation when certain people bleach and straighten their hair? No. That's a quick answer. Now, if you bleach and straighten your hair and say your hair is dark and curly, like, so you're specifically talking about like a Black American, right? An African American descendant. As children, we always imitate. As animals, we imitate. I mean, monkeys do it too. I'm not saying we're monkeys. I'm not comparing us to monkeys, but there are some similarities there. At the end of the day, when you were a kid, or if you have kids, or you see kids, we imitate, and adults imitate. I mean, girls, they don't spend time looking at magazines or nowadays YouTube videos of makeup and hair and this. They see something on the street. They see something at the mall or the restaurant, wherever they're at. And if they like it, it's natural to imitate. So if you're around a lot of people that have straight hair, you kind of want it. And also when people do that, it's also where the whole grass is greener on the other side. Like, I've never met someone with curly hair that didn't want straight hair. Like, they can't stand their curly hair. And I'm always complimenting people with curly hair. I don't have curly hair. I have to curl it. I have to put some rollers or some shit. My shit's poker straight. It's like worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So in general, you always want what you don't have. It's one of that kind of stuff. But yeah, culture appropriation, no. Again, the whole culture appropriation literally was invented like 8 years ago. I remember somebody asking me in my group of network, and it was a girl, actually. She was half Black, half American. Her mother's Haitian. Father was, I believe, Norwegian. And grew up in California. But either way, but if you saw her, you also would not know that she was half Black. She looked white, like she looked Italian, like you would not know. She could have been anything. But she came to me and says, "What do you think about cultural appropriation?" I was like, "What is that?" And she explains it to me. I'm like, "That's bullshit. Like, you guys just have no life." And there's like all these millennials getting together for like book club night and stuff. And I'm like, "You guys need to get a fucking life." What do you, and it was during that time too, where Katy Perry had that video where she had, where she has cornrows and eating watermelon, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was something with Katy Perry in this video. And I'm like, no. And even if you're dressing up like white chicks, those two Black actors, you know who they are, dressing up like those white chicks. Oh, with that, we don't have a problem with that. No. Acting is acting. Whether it's blackface, it doesn't matter. Acting is acting. Imitating is part of being humans. I mean, we have mockingbirds. Like, we have animals that imitate for a living. Like, that's who they are, or that's what they do. So we mock, we imitate. That's life. That's reality. You know how they always say, is it life imitating art or art imitating life? You've heard that discussion. If you haven't, ponder that for a second. No. There's no such thing as culture appropriation, in the sense that you're just looking for something. You're like, oh, they're doing this. You're looking to make yourself feel important. You're looking for an argument to have because your society is, I'm trying to look for a better word than degenerate. But because when society is spoiled and they got nothing better to do, it implodes. It starts to degenerate. Wait, how to say it in English? What's the word? You know what the word I'm trying to say. I'm just not pronouncing it right. Whatever. Let me look for another word. Hold on. Let me look for another word. So people just listen. You really think people are going to have book club night if they had to like raise some chickens and milk some cows and work their land? Like, no. They'd be talking about, oh, we got a problem with the wolves. They're eating all our chickens. Something like that. So no, it's bullshit. It's a society like the Romans with all the bread and circus. And next thing you know, the city, they got caught off guard because they're talking about bullshit. Distracted, playing games, acting like the wine and the bread's going to come from literally fall out of the sky. And it's free. That's what happens. No. Hardships make better people. Hardships make people smarter. Hardships make people better, period. So yeah, no, it's bullshit. Because again, the first thing I said also when this first came to my attention was pizza, spaghetti. Is that culture appropriation? Like, in what household in America doesn't have spaghetti and pizza? You shouldn't have, what, you're Black? Wait, you're white, Irish? No, you can't have spaghetti. It's culture appropriation. It's bullshit. It's a joke. I said it then, I'll say it now. No matter how much they keep saying it and how louder it gets and how much more attention it gets, it just goes to show you that when you engage in the conversation, you know what that says? There's an old Spanish saying. Well, you know how actually, there's an American saying too. You guys ever heard of the ones that say, my father used to say this, don't dignify them with an answer. You know what I mean? When you get a stupid question like or some kind of insult, don't dignify it with an answer. Well, it's the same thing with cultural appropriation or whatever it's happening in social media. It's, why are we paying attention to it? They're not going to talk about it if nobody cares. Anyway, you know, when you super chat me, I'm less likely to miss your comment or question. But I'm looking to see any other AMA that I'm missing here. Ask me anything. Is there any other questions? I'm looking for things specifically. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Rocco Bronca. How was it offensive to Black people that he wore a headdress? Did you see? Do I have to really say anything? But I love that question because the question in itself is an answer. Right, Rocco? Right? Like, I don't care if that kid was doing something offensive. Deal with it. He's not out there saying, let's go commit genocide. Just keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. What other questions? Did I miss any? What's up? I'm looking at over at Rumble. X, I'm not sure. X, can somebody tell Elon Musk and everybody on X that I exist? Because literally, it's like I don't exist over there. And it's like a miracle. I have to do all these hashtags to get a view. And it's like, and I'm not trying to get the view to get more views or more followers. Just, I'm not getting a fair share at all of what's the point I'm posting if nobody sees it? Like, how do you do it? How do you get there? Like, if somebody, okay, so if somebody doesn't see it, they can't even share it or comment it because they didn't see it. Are you feeling me? How do you go from 0 to what? I mean, I already know the answers, some of them, like comment on other people's posts, stuff like that. I mean, that does a little, but anyway, whatever. X, they don't know, but they need a little bit of me in that world of X. Because all they do is, and everyone's asking questions when they really don't want answers. They're just, honestly, why you get on Twitter? Because you feel like your voice really matters. The bots are in control of the whole freaking thing. And by the way, be careful what you say. Literally be careful what you post. They're coming after you. They will. They're coming. Oh, if we think we've had censorship, no. If you didn't know, I'm psychic, and I'm here to tell you, here's my prediction. In the next few months, top 6 months, by April, March next 2024, you mark my words. That's the other reason to make sure to sign up to Locals, follow me, sign up to my newsletter, whatever, email me, keep in touch, because I'll definitely stay in touch with you guys. Let's not depend on these platforms that are supposedly free. Nothing's free. And they make sure that people don't make money so that they go away. Not because you don't like that person or that influencer or that content creator, because Google, YouTube, Google owns YouTube, but then Google says, we really don't have nothing to do with them. Yeah, we know the problems in YouTube, but we can't control it. This is what happens in a society where everything's given so easily and free. All this free. So you're about to see what happens when people get shit for free. I warned you. No fear mongering. Just giving you the heads up, right? Like if I said it's going to rain, you take the umbrella. That's it. If I disappear, you know. Come find me. What other questions? Randy, why would Elon intentionally censoring you? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't even think he knows I exist. think I tagged him once, but of course. Yeah, I don't know if he yeah, I don't think, Randy, that's a great question. I don't think he's intentionally censoring me, but I don't know that. But I'm also not I've been thinking about doing some experiments on X. Like, how about I just say all these wonderful things about Elon for like a week or two straight and tag him in all the posts? Would that make a difference? Would it make a difference because either Elon pays attention or his team pays attention, or the audience that follows him is getting my feed because they're into him? You see what I mean? There's all these factors. But every time I see a video or a post or something go viral, I see a pattern where they make it viral when it suits their needs. It's not necessarily because it's something that people really want to watch. Because again, it could be an awesome video like that Oliver, whatever his name was. Like, we could have liked that song, but if X wanted to suppress it, we never would have found it. I'm telling you, shit is not going viral because we're making it viral. Ask any person in IT. I have personal friends and family members that work in that field. It's not happening organically, is all I'm saying. It's just not. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and I know that long format on X is not really a thing, although Elon's trying to make it that. It's really not a thing. But because he kind of seems like he's not censoring as much as the other platforms. But dude, I actually was going to get into the whole Elon going to Israel, but I was like, man, I think I'm going to need a whole hour on that one. I'm not buying it. I didn't like what I saw. How did you guys feel about that Elon in Israel and the way the prime minister and the president of Israel is showing him? And he's like, Mister, just use your camera. You can be a journalist. You can be a citizen journalist. They were censoring him. They had the ADL after him. Is he really kissing ass? Is he playing a good chess game? Well, looking at the body language and the bullshit that these guys were like, look at this crib and look at these bullets. If you really want to know what I really saw and have a real good open discussion, join me on Locals. I will be going there and we'll be talking about it. Gloves off. Well, I'm going to wrap this up if I don't see another Wait, I keep saying MAM, right? And it's supposed to be AMA. Ask me anything. If I missed your questions, I'm sorry. I did see that shout out to Christina, I think it was. Christina, who super chatted me in the last live, and I didn't see it. It didn't pop up. Remember, I was even saying that in my last live. I'm like, I'm not seeing the numbers here. Like, I feel like I'm missing out. I don't know why that day it was happening with my software, but it did because I didn't see it, like, legit. And when I was watching the replay, when I was trying to do this timestamps, that's when I saw it. I was like, oh! So shout out to Christina. I also tagged her in the comments and in the description. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much love at ya. DR3, kind of agree. Only time will tell. Man, I'm telling you, there's going to be divine intervention. That's my insight in a nutshell. You mark my words, because nobody is the great Lancelot, Knights of the Round Table. I would love. I think we, the people, are. So we need to speak up. We need to stick together, and we need to stop worshiping these idiots. Like, I'm talking about even like actors that are given these platforms for influence. People think they're their friends because they see them on social media and they get text them or like their post and whatnot. I know. Waking up from a delusion, it is the hardest thing to do. I know. Well, my friends, my loved ones, my fam, if I missed your question, to be continued in another live stream. Until next time, hopefully very soon, hopefully tomorrow, with your love and support. Join me right now on Locals. Become a member. Join me. It's a coffee a month. Not even. Check it out. And did you smash that like button? Smash that like button. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Comment away. Spam my ass out. Your comments are my fuel. I do read them and I will respond. Much love, many blessings. Talk to you soon.